Hi everyone, so I thought I'd do something a little different today. Obviously I normally channel the messages, edit them and write them down and then read them off. I probably will still do that on occasions, but I'm going to start doing more live channeling in a moment, okay? So I'm just going to tune in. I have no agenda or expectation around what's going to come through. It will just be a message, so let's see what comes. All right, so I'm just going to get into my space. So this would be probably a mix coming through of the few groups that I work with, primarily the Viridians and Algorians, which represent the feminine and the masculine. But also the Syrians come through quite often, and they work a lot with us, especially in Module 3 of the alignment modality. So generally it's one of those three that come through. However, there can be various consciousnesses that merge. So when we bring the message of separation, when we place a thought upon the consciousness of separation, we immediately polar ourselves into the division that separates ourselves. What we are seeing on the planet now is a division, more, shall we say, open, where division was hidden before. And it's the frequency of consciousness that's trying to move through the cellular body at the moment. So when we think of separation, we think we are less than, we are away from the Godhead or consciousness, the universal mind, the frequency that created us. And what we are seeing this year of 2025, which is a 9-year, it is a completion year. And it's validating the depression, the illusion that has manifested on the planet for eons. There are many beings trying to work through channelers at this time to awaken the profundity of universal consciousness that is actually all around every human being now. But because of this belief system around separation, that you are opposed, that you are disconnected, that you no longer are worthy of this love, of this connection, this has driven the cells to a unilateral hold, which is why the disease and disorder is so prevalent on the planet this year. It's also a year, as we said, 9 cycles, so it's the ending. So people will pass this year in abundance. That is okay, it's their highest wish to do so. But it's the energy at the sub-cellular level we wish to bring your attention to. If you sit in meditation and ask to access your sub-cellular network, and for those that you are more sort of intuitive and sensitive, you will feel this. For those that are not, you can still do this exercise, but you will need to work on trust. Trust that your intention through your imagination is enough to create oscillation at this level. Now, when we speak of oscillation, we call it OPR, oscillation polarity resonance. Now, this is the frequency that moves through unilateral hold, whether it's in the cell, an organ, an emotion, or the mental body. This frequency needs to move through uninterrupted, so the people that are going into self-inquiry at the moment will automatically around this time, moving into July, August time, we'll start to feel this frequency. This frequency has been aligned at the universal level. And it is the willpower, the desire, and the intention of the human being to access it in this next 3-month period. There is only the present moment. Forget the future, forget the past. Sit in that present state for at least 10-15 minutes a day. And ask for an activation, transformation, even a cleansing of the sub-cellular level. This will be subjective for most people. However, human beings are all the same underneath. They have all brought themselves to this planet to experience separation. But it's the separation that has caused all the dysfunction on the planet. It is the separation that drives most illnesses and diseases. We would like human beings to awaken to this reality, that you have gone to the depths of despair and loneliness and separation, and now you are on the return to your omnipresent self. This starts with the soul. The soul must be awoken around you consciously. You have to access this frequency, but you have to bring your male and female energies into alignment. Polarization with the male and female is also an aspect of this separation. It has driven people to despair, to dislike, and even hate. And it's the rage and the anger that sits around the separation that you must also access. Now, in meditation, if you tune into the subcellular level, and to make it easy, because people will question, well, how do I do that? Well, you could get an image on the computer of a cell and just look at the cell and imagine going underneath the cell. And if you go to the depths of this, and even when you move into the atom, you will see hieroglyphs, mathematical coding, structure, algorithm. And you will see the same, and frequency is the same at this level too, because it's the foundation via the meridian system. When the meridian system lays itself down, that cellular network starts to connect, and it imprints all the dysfunction from the meridians that have been unresolved in other lifetimes. So what's happening now is the meridian system, which is your, we say connection to spirit, is the thing that brings the chills to the skin, is now into your alignment, is coming into your human consciousness. Because spirit are trying to move closer to the human being, to awaken them to the profundity of their potential. Because human beings are in lack. They are stopping themselves because they are still in polarization. It's the anger and rage that must now surface. It's already surfacing on a macro level, but it must be in the individual now. There are so many lifetimes wasted on just sitting within one issue and never really finding the truth in why you have created this dysfunction in your life. When you sit in this meditation, ask for the dysfunctional coding or the dysfunctional, shall we say, emotional hold, the denied, repressed emotion, the mental energy that feeds this, start to transform itself. Because only when it starts to transform itself and you allow it to move through the body, and it's going to come up in the physical body. You're going to wake up with a neck issue, a back issue, a sore knee, a sore toe. That is the release of this energy. You need to breathe through that space and just acknowledge it. You may have some emotions come up. Again, acknowledge them with love. Breathe through them. Because it's your highest will to do so, to let go of the 3D network. Now, when we talk about the 3D network, we're talking about the, shall we say, the conformity, the dogma, the rigidity, the resistance to the wider consciousness, the wider universe. But this starts with your own healing, your pathway inwards. Healing has been simplified on the planet. It's a great gift, but you have to have the intention to access it. Your meridian systems will start to light up when you tune in, and you will feel the chills on your skin, and you know that you are connecting. That will be your marker. And as soon as you feel the chills, surrender to that feeling. Just let yourself go. The divine algorithm will do the work. And you will start to question your belief systems. What does not serve me any longer? How is that belief actually helping me or the people in my life? And on a larger scale, if you constantly think the same thing within human collective consciousness, we create it. We create through our belief systems. So actually everyone thinking the same negative thoughts holds humanity in servitude. We are all one. So it's this frequency that you must find in yourself that will then feed into human collective consciousness and will assist many other beings. Your intention must be to align with your universal self. The rest will fall into place. There is no handbook. We are in a world full of misinformation. You do not understand who you are or even why you are on this planet, most people. So what we want to tell you is that if you surrender in this moment, in this present moment, and just connect in with this initial exercise we've given you, it will trigger you to the next step. Follow the signs, follow the synchronicity, because this is a great year to start transforming. If you tune into your life now, even your friendships and your relationships, and if you're honest with yourself, you will see the separation. It's in every area and aspect of your life right now. This is a mirror for you to understand yourself. Your mind will not understand it. It's fickle, it's programmed, it's conditioned, and it will debunk the process many times. So you need to be vigilant with your truth and yourself, and allow yourself to see what you haven't been seeing or what you've ignored. And as soon as you acknowledge that separation in whatever area of your life, this will also start the process. Now you will start to feel blockages in the throat chakra, because this is the ego and it's fear, and it's going to try to hold on to this illusion. So what we say is you breathe through that throat chakra, just put your consciousness upon it and just take breath work. Just breathe. That's all you need to do. Your divine intelligence will do the rest. Get out of your own way. You do not understand it. You do not need to understand it, but you need to have the intention to allow it to happen with no expectation. The intention is to heal. That's all you need. So we'll leave it there for now. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you again soon. Very good. Talk to you soon.